Hello, boyos.
Hello, boyos.
This is the Loner Gamecast, where we discuss all things video games. My name is Nick. That over there is Jake.
Hi.
This week, we are going to be talking about PlayStation hardware,
Yeah,
Rockstar Games,
it's true.
and Fortnut versus Apple.
Fortnut.
Fortnut. Last week's question. Multiple clause. Where do you draw the line for crunch? What is your favorite candy? And you guys said, this is from Cooking for Group. He says, very insightful, this one. I love Crunch bars. They are a good candy bar.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Was that the question? I don't think it was. The question wasn't are Crunch bars good. The question was, what's your favorite candy? So once again, we said it last week, and maybe we should stick to it. But we're just gonna have to ban Cooking for Group.
I think he's fired. I think he's fired.
This guy's out of line.
We hired this guy just to give us one comment on our video, so we look professional. And he fails us every week, or we fail him. And
what would be like your candy bar, just like quickly, like what it would be like your candy bar tier list,
Dude, we could take all day on this one.
Yeah.
My tier list would have
That's why I prefaced with quickly, because we could.
Let's see. My favorite. I love a Snickers. I love a Snickers.
I love a Snickers.
You know what? Like last week,
That's like S tier. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like Take Fives the most. If Take
That's double
Five,
S tier. Yeah.
Right. If Take Five made a dark chocolate version of a Take Five, that would be my favorite candy bar.
I bet they exist. That's a great idea, though, if it doesn't.
Because Snickers makes that Snickers
so
Midnight
how
or
do you
something
feel
like that.
about an Almond Joy? Isn't that dark chocolate?
No.
No.
No,
It's
Almond Joy
Mounds.
is Mounds. I love a Mounds, dude. I like
love a
Mounds
Mounds
a lot.
Why don't Mounds have almonds?
Yeah, that's a great question because, like,
Yeah.
Almond
It's an Almond
Joy
Joy with dark chocolate. No almonds.
Almond Joy has a mound that is an almond, right?
Right.
And that makes sense. But then you have a Mounds
With no mound.
there is
no
mound.
mound.
It's just a plateau of dark chocolate.
That's it. Mounds, F tier. Just for that.
Just
They're
for that.
delicious. But you know, F tier.
Your naming sucks.
Where do you draw the line for Crunch though?
Right at the bar. Right
Yeah.
at the Crunch bar,
Yeah, I draw the line like usually when I'm at the store and there's a Crunch bar, I'm like, I'm gonna get in line for this.
I want to get in line for this Crunch bar. No, like I don't know. I said it yesterday. Wow, said it last week. I think Crunch is just necessary in certain cases.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't go on for too long, and the people, once people themselves start complaining and like, oh man, we have to crunch, then I think it's bad. Like once it gets in the way of a personal life, then it's bad. But if people are cool with it and it's what you want to do, then by all means crunch away.
I just think like things aren't as black and white as like what people make it out to be. Like people make out Crunch as like it's either bad or good. I don't think it's that black and white. Like sometimes it's necessary and sometimes it's overdone and sometimes people are mistreated.
Yeah, maybe it's not a line that you draw. Maybe it's like a gradient.
Yeah. Like I think if everyone is okay with it and everyone's getting paid, it's only for a month for a game that you've been working on for 6 years. I don't know. I don't know if there's a huge issue, but if people are complaining about it that work there, I could see that too, I guess. I don't know. But like people complain about their jobs.
People complain about their jobs anyway. But I feel like it's such a
I crunch at a job that I fucking hate, so
yeah, it's such a specified job that like you have to be good at what you do, or you have to at least care about what you do to a certain extent to want to work there, you know? Um, and if you're going to be complaining about doing something that you want, I just don't think you have a place to stand. You don't really have that soapbox that you would otherwise. Like if my job that I used to have would like give me crunch time, I'd be like, there's no reason. I'm not doing it because I don't care about what I do. You know, like you have to work this day and this day and this day 6 days a week. I'd be like, no, you can't make me.
See, I'm the type of person that just like would do it because it's just like I work here. This is what I do. You know, I don't know. And
yeah, but you have your own life though. Like you I mean, maybe not right
true.
now, but it's like you're not your company unless you are your company and you're like the boss and that is your life. But like if you go home and you don't have to think about work when you're home, then there's no point that crunch should be in your life. But on that same topic, what is your favorite candy bar, Jake?
You know what? I gotta say,
it doesn't even have to be bar because that wasn't even
that's true.
The question.
It's a candy.
Just candy. It could be Skittles. That's not a bar.
I'm not a huge sweets guy, if I'm being honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of why I like Take Fives a lot. They have pretzels, and you know, it kind of balances out the sweet.
Yeah.
I do think a Crunch Bar is pretty good. It's a nice thin chocolate with these weird like rice things in them.
Yeah.
So, Crunch Bars are good. They're solid. You know, I fuck with a gummy bear. You know.
Oh yeah. I do. And gummy bears.
I mess with a gummy bear. But
just one.
You know, only one because I get canker sores and
it's too sweet. I get it.
Yeah,
you like the teacher that like cuts a Skittle in half and eats half of it and goes, "Ooh, that's so sweet." I'm gonna save
like
the
when I was
rest
a
of
kid.
it.
When I was a kid, I absolutely loved those like sour Skittles. I eat them now, and my mouth just is like on fire, and just like I get sores everywhere. It's from the herpes, but you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's probably
STDs.
from like, licking all of that sour sugar stuff from the bottom of the bag when you were younger.
There's a little bit of like sugar or whatever that chemical is at the bottom. You just like drink it.
And it like gets in your eye and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. And then you are fucked.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, what you been playing, Jake? We'll move on.
I've been playing a few things. So I beat Ghost of Tsushima. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did.
So I've been looking for other things to play. I went back to Persona 5 Royale. I've been getting into it again. That game is just amazing. I love it so much. How far are you
right now?
I finished the second dungeon.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about not even halfway.
No, that's like the first maybe fifth of the game.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. Great game. I plan on platinuming it, but it may take like a year. Because the first time I played Persona 5, it took me like a year to beat it. I imagine Royale is going to take me longer because I'm like less dedicated to it. I've also been playing Hades, which you've talked about extensively. I just have a hard time playing my Switch, if I'm being honest. Like, just because I don't like the way it feels, if I'm being real. Like, it's just
weird.
My hands get numbed and cramped, and like, people have told me like maybe I should get like the extenders for the handles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never plug it into my TV because the whole point I have a Switch is so I can do it handheld. But like, I don't know, my arms get numb, and like, I don't know.
I feel it. I feel it because when I hold my Switch, it's usually like right here. Like you have to like balance it on your pinky and the thumb palm part of your hand, this meaty part, and it's just kind of awkward. And
the Joy-Cons are so small and like flat on the side, so it's just like, and the back, it's just flat. So
it's just a big old flat rectangle. Yeah. But do you have a Game Boy still? Do you have your Game Boy Color?
Somewhere. I don't
Oh
know.
well, try fucking holding on to that. That is not at all pleasing to the hands either.
Sure, but like I
So
played that when I was like 5 years old, so
true. True, but it's like it's the same kind of principle. The way I look at the Switch is like the way I look at a Game Boy. It's
yeah.
like you pick it up, you play with it for a little bit,
Don't
always in
get me wrong,
handheld
like I love my
because
Switch. I just
yeah,
wish it felt a little better.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And the rumors that they're making a Switch Pro or some shit like that
Yeah, but
keeps
hasn't that been the
circulating
rumor? That's been the
for a
rumor
while.
since like it launched. They're like the Switch Pro, it's gonna
Right,
happen.
the Switch Plus, the new Switch Plus by Nintendo. Nintendo's new Switch Plus by Nintendo is the whole name of the
With the
fucking console.
exclusive game Nintendogs Plus.
Nintendogs. Oh shit.
The Nintendo Switch Plus.
Oh god. What if they remade Nintendogs?
You
Um.
should. I'm into it. Give me a
Yeah.
stylus
I
for
mean,
my
if
Switch.
you have a dog though.
True.
Yeah.
But it's not a Nintendog.
Oh, okay. It's better. It's
Yeah.
better. It doesn't shit in the house.
Yeah.
Um.
My dog, he
Yeah.
loves to shit right in front of my door. It's so annoying.
Do you ever try kicking him?
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
help. It makes
No.
it usually makes it worse.
Makes it worse. Gotcha.
What you been playing, Nick?
Oh, everything. I feel like last week and this week, at least the beginning of this week is just like that down period where there's nothing that really interests me. Um, I've been playing Hades, I've been playing Call of Duty, I've been playing Monster Hunter, but nothing really new. You know, I kind of turn on my PlayStation or I'll turn on my Switch and go, huh, what do I want
Yeah,
to play? You know,
doing that
and
too.
then you start something up and then it's like, nah, I really don't want to play this. And then you turn it off and then you'll like go to your computer and be like, I'm gonna boot up Game Pass, and it's like, meh, I don't feel like playing any of these things. It's just because I'm so ready for new things to come out. You know,
Yeah, The Sims to come to Game Pass.
yeah, that's exactly it. That's the only thing I'm excited for.
All I
is
want, baby.
The
All I
Sims to
want.
come to Game Pass. You realize when The Sims comes to Game Pass, it won't have all the DLC.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I
You'll
just
have
want
to buy
Sims.
like the $20 DLCs or whatever.
That's fine.
yeah.
I want The Sims.
That's okay. Jesus. Relax. Relax, my guy. Yeah, so it's just one of those shitty weeks where it's nothing. There's just a whole lot of nothing going on.
Call
Yeah.
of Duty, all that good stuff.
Call of Duty's got a new season. I'm already like halfway through it.
Oh, we didn't even talk about this.
What did we not talk about?
Fall Guys Season 2.
Yeah.
We played that.
Yeah.
I put
For
like
a
5
day.
hours into that.
Did you?
In that day, yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
I got to
you
level
played
10.
so much.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
I got home from work, turned it on, and played it until I went to sleep. And I streamed the whole thing, which you should watch my streams.
I was playing with you.
Not you.
Oh. Oh,
You
okay,
will
yeah.
watch
Yeah,
it.
you should watch our streams.
You.
Yeah. You're looking at me. You're not looking at the people at home. There you go. You people should watch our streams.
You people, hold on now.
Hold on. I mean, the three of you that there is.
I like
Ooh.
season 2 of Fall Guys. It's good,
You know,
solid. There's
like-
that one game type that you absolutely hate.
yeah, I was just about to say Wall Guys is the worst one.
It's still fun though. It's still fun. This is the first week that I haven't played Among Us, I think though. Which
Oh.
I kind of miss it. I want to go back and play some more Among Us. I want the boys to play Among Us
Yeah,
because
man.
we haven't like done it together.
Oh.
We love doing it
We've
together.
done it together. We've done it together. We just haven't played Among Us together.
Yeah, we've like been imposters together in real life where we
Oh.
kill people and
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about that though.
oh sorry I forgot this is recorded.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, season 2 seems pretty fucking cool. You know, it's cool that they're adding shit. I feel like they should have added more. You know, because I don't know how many game modes there are. There's that ring one. There's the the like axes swinging one. There's the wall guys one. I think that's it. Do you remember another one?
Yeah, there might be a couple more that we're not remembering, but like I don't know. Like last time they added a map mid season, so they might do that again. And
That's true.
2 months for a season is pretty short time. So if it's 2 months again, I mean, if they just keep rolling out content like this, eventually there's going to be so much content that they won't have to do that as often. But still, like if they keep rolling it out this quickly, at least for like a couple more seasons,
yeah,
it's a pretty solid model.
And
they like updated the things that already existed and like
right, which
added
was really
quality
cool.
Of the live stuff, changed the music, and
they played like the music change is cool. They put like
added more unlocks and
different pieces of the levels so that you could, instead of a little bouncy thing, it's now a rotating hammer, which is kind of cool. I didn't see a whole lot of that kind of stuff in the new maps, in the season 2 maps. Nothing that like changed about them. That was always the same gauntlet. But yeah, it's fun.
They did add that too, where it's like they added a mode where you can play where it's you don't have to do co-op modes or multiplayer. Team based, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do team games.
Kind of suck.
But that is leaving in like a few days, and
but then that's interesting
change
too.
It to be something else.
Yeah, because like who knows what that's gonna be on Tuesday?
Is it Tuesday?
I think so. I think it's every Tuesday. So now they have like a weekly like mission sort of thing.
That's kind of cool. Maybe that'll get me to finish the battle pass. The thing with the Fall Guys is I just get so bored after 4 or 5 runs. I'll do 4 or 5 things, and I'm like, all right, I feel like I've done this game, and
I finished the season pass.
Season battle pass.
The battle pass season 1. I did it last week. Like
you did
at midnight. I got to level 40. I fucking did it. Yeah.
Damn. Now you don't want to touch the game at all.
Kind of.
It's just too fucking much.
I put the time in on whenever it was Thursday when it came out, and that was enough time for me.
That was it. That's the whole season. You got to level 10, you're good.
I mean, in a couple weeks I'll probably go back.
Probably. All right, let's get on to something a little more exciting, a little more newsworthy, if you will. A little more newsworthy. One day, the words news will come out of my hand.
I like we could superimpose the more you know that.
Yeah. We'll have the audio for it too.
Yeah. We should do that.
All right, first piece of news. This is probably the more exciting one. PlayStation uploads PS5 hardware teardown video to YouTube, Twitter, everywhere pretty much, showing exactly the makeup of a PlayStation 5 internals hardware shit. So there's the guy, and it's all in Japanese, and he's just taking off the panels, and he's unscrewing the thing, and he's breaking the warranty seal, and he's like, here's the fan, and the fan is like the size of your head.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's the heat sink, and it's like a sheet of paper that's just, it's massive. It's like, oh, that's why the PlayStation's so big, because it has to be.
Keeping it cool, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think? What did you think about the video?
I think it showed their confidence in the hardware. I think it really showed, because they never do this. They never.
Yeah.
They never like show a complete teardown. I also found it super interesting that there's just like a socket in there where you can put in like an M.2 or some sort of.
It's expanded memory. It's for DCI 3, I think it is, the kind of connection where you just put in more memory. Yeah,
so just like a little, you could just stick in a SSD memory. Is it memory or is it's storage, right?
Yeah, it's this hard drive.
Yeah,
it's an SSD hard drive.
Yeah, not memory, hard drive. Storage. So that's really neat. I wonder how that really works, though. is it going to be proprietary, or can I just go online and buy like a Crucial stick and stick that bitch in my PlayStation?
That'd be fucking cool.
I have a feeling there might be only certain ones that work because they need a certain speed for the PlayStation to run properly. Considering that the whole shtick of the PlayStation is that SSD and how quickly everything loads. So you may have to buy a certain type of SSD, as long as it's not proprietary, though, because I mean, shit, PlayStation should hopefully they've learned this lesson as far as proprietary memory. If you remember the Vita with the proprietary memory cards.
Oh yeah.
And then, the Switch comes out and totally blows them out of the water because it's like, hey, you can just go buy any fucking SD disc and just
you don't have to spend $120 on a 60 gigabyte disc or a 60 gigabyte little floppy. I
want to point this out real quick though. Well, while we're on the topic of storage, Xbox has been posting some really spicy shit on their Twitter, just sort of blasting PlayStation.
Really?
They put a side by side of them like taking apart the PlayStation and putting in the disc, and then they put the because the Xbox just has a little slot in the back
it's a thumb drive. Yeah, it's a extended huge thumb drive that you just put.
But that goes to my point.
It's proprietary.
It's a proprietary thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's like, how much is that little fucking slot going to cost?
Right. And, and that's a super, Xbox is no stranger to that. I mean, the 360 did pretty much that with the top thing.
The top hard drive thing. Yeah, but I don't know. How much was it to upgrade from... Much. Was it? I never did it on the Xbox. I didn't need the more space on it.
It wasn't like horrible, but it was still more than it should have been.
Yeah.
And it's not really a good argument in my opinion, because it's like you replace it one time, that's it. You're never gonna like open this shit up, and like it's not like the old days where you're constantly changing out memory sticks. Like that's just not how things work anymore.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's cool. You made it super easy to plug in.
It's nice, but it's not that hard on PlayStation. You just take the bottom off and put it in the thing. Like it's.
Yep, that's it. And you just it plugs it right in, or it should plug. It didn't really like give us a good look at it, but if it's just an SSD, it should just slide right in and go click, and that's it.
You might have to put a little. I know, like the M.2s, you have to put a little screw in the bottom, but like it's literally you just click. Screw and that's it.
Yeah, super. I don't know how they're throwing shade. I feel like,
but I will give them this one because this is true. The one with the stand, where they, the PlayStation. I haven't seen that one. They showed the stand, and like to take it off the bottom, you have to unscrew the stand, and then to lay it on its side, you have to put it on the stand. And Xbox is like, this is how you put it on its side. And they just picked it up and put it on its side. It's like, okay, that's good. That's pretty solid. That's a good burn.
I mean, yeah.
Because dude, that stand is so dumb. They could have just made it fucking flat on the side,
Yeah, but then the aesthetic would be different. It would look different.
Dude, that thing is hiding like in my closet when it's plugged in. I don't want that anywhere near my entertainment system. Like I'm putting a fucking blanket over that thing.
Don't do that. That would be horrible.
Well, like a mesh blanket. Yeah, a mesh blanket. So, to get airflow.
Gotcha.
With the fan blowing in the, I just don't want people to see that ugly
in the freezer.
Yeah. Honestly, all my consoles hide behind my TV. So, like, you can't see them anyway.
Yeah. So except for, like, the Switch. Because if you put your Switch behind the TV and you try to plug it in with the Joy-Cons, it just won't ever fucking connect.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Oh, fuck, man. Fuck the Switch.
The Switch is rough, but also really cool. And I
what did you think of the Teardown?
I liked it a lot. The first time I watched it, I didn't realize that there were subtitles. So
I think some of the videos didn't have subtitles.
I think I saw it on their official Twitter, and it didn't have the subtitles. So I was just like, okay, cool. And I'm like trying to figure out what this is. I'm like, what is that? And he's pointing to something, and it's like, okay, well, it has this. It's got that. What the fuck is this? And one of those moments was like when they showed off the liquid-based cooling stuff for the CPU. I thought that was kind of interesting. It was like a liquid-based heat sink kind of thing. It was very strange, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" But then I watched it with the subtitles on, and it was much more informative. Like, I didn't know that the slot, the SSD slot was there. I didn't realize that that the SSDs are like this fucking big, and there's like 4 of them on
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
actual motherboard, and I was like, whoa, okay, it wasn't
yeah.
just a stick that they put on.
It's cool because that means like one of them is just like dedicated to the
OS.
the OS probably, which is
Yeah.
nice, and it probably won't even like register as like unused storage like on the PS4 where it's like you have this much space but you can only use this much space.
I hope so. I really
Yeah.
hope so.
I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference to me because honestly, if it is that you can buy proprietary sticks of SSD or non-proprietary sticks of SSD sticks are like pretty cheap these days.
and
So
they'll only get cheaper and bigger and cheaper and bigger
yeah.
and cheaper and bigger.
So if
You
that
know?
thing comes with a terabyte already, it's pretty cheap to buy a 500 gig SSD and you just got 1.5 gigs
Yeah.
or 1.5 terabytes rather.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So I don't think it's going to be a big issue.
No, storage is never
What?
going to be an issue again. That was the thing with the PS4 is like there was no real way to upgrade your hard drive other than having an external hard drive, which took up one of your USB slots, which was
Right.
kind of shitty.
Right. Yeah. The other thing that I noticed with this thing is there are 3 USB slots. One of them is a USB-C, and 2 of them are USB 2s, I think. The older square style USBs.
But then if you
And-
notice, they had more on the back.
or maybe it was 4. Maybe it was 4. It was
Yeah.
one USB-C and one USB 2 on the front, and then on the back, I think it was 2 USB 2s
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
back.
Which is weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I figured we would be all USB-C because that is just a better, faster port to plug into.
Well,
To give me that look.
USB 3 is a pretty good standard as well. The newer USB. I mean, USB-C is great for like controllers and like quick access, like you can plug it in your phone and you
Right.
know, transfer your photos or whatever. But then like if you're plugging in like a dongle or something,
That's true.
You're gonna want a USB. Or if this thing has, which I hope it does, has like mouse and keyboard support, you're gonna want, you know,
The old
normal
one, the old
USBs.
style.
Or if you just like you're plugging in your controller and all you have is a USB to USB-C,
Mhm.
you know, you're gonna want that.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Who knows what else is gonna be, you know, compatible, or like a thumb drive. You want to put a thumb drive in there, you know.
You know it's really dumb. Last week there was hardly any story, right? And it was you were hosting last week. So I'm like, yes, the tables have turned. The turns have tabled, and now it is my turn. And this week we still got no news on anything. There was no like PlayStation UI, looking at the UI. There was no like more anything, you know. Nothing is happening as of last week. So it was kind of like, man, Jake's gonna get all the fucking news, and it's just like a ticking time bomb. But with that being said, we did get UI to the Xbox Series X, and a bunch of videos. You can find them online. A bunch of videos of
True.
Xbox.
It looks like a
quick
lot of
boot.
people got their Xbox early access to their Xbox One S or whatever the fuck it's called, Series S.
Right.
Series
Xbox
X.
2S, Xbox 2X. Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah. So they showed off a video. I saw one video where this guy had the Series X connected to like this large TV, the One X connected to a smaller TV, and the original Xbox One connected to about the same size TV, and he pressed the controller on all three of them at the same exact time, and it was Monster Hunter, like Monster Hunter World, like the opening scene, and within like 10 to 15 seconds, Xbox Series X went up and started the cutscene or whatever. 5 to 10 seconds after that, Xbox One X started the cutscene, and then it wasn't until like a minute went by where the original Xbox One just booted it up, and it was like, Jesus, it was like 50 something seconds of load times, where the new one is just like, there you go, here's the game, get playing, and that makes me really happy. I've seen some boot times for the Sony PlayStation 5 as well, and it's just incredible how quickly you can just get in it. And Xbox has got this thing that it's like, if you put your console into, not even if you turn off your console, you got sleep mode and you have off, even if you turn your console off while you're playing like Doom or something, if you turn your console back on, it will quick start up in Doom right where you left off, and you just resume right there, and it doesn't take any time at all. And it's like, damn, that's really cool, you know? Kind of makes me wonder if there's something like always on in the background in order to keep that memory fresh. And if there is, it kind of concerns me with like power outages and stuff like that. Like, how safe is your game if when you turn off your console, it's kind of still running in the background, you know?
Well, I've read some things that are like, this is the generation leap of like not huge performance increases, but like more like just quality of life stuff. So like games are booting faster and things are just running smoother as far as like UIs and stuff. Like this will be the generation of just like very smooth UIs, which has been an issue forever. I mean, you could go play Borderlands 3 and be like, why is this UI so fucking slow and garbage? So that's huge. The quick access thing that you're talking about, where it's more than just like if your Xbox is turned off, it just boots onto the game. I mean, that kind of already exists in the PlayStation, where you like suspend a thing where you can go into YouTube and still have your game running and you can go back to it. This is more than that. This is, if you're playing, let's say you're playing, Gears of War 5, and you're like, oh, real quick, I want to jump into, I don't know, Ori. You want to jump into Ori, and you already have Ori put into quick access. You just click on quick access, boots right up, and then you can switch right back to You could switch right back to Gears of War. You could do it with like multiple games. You could switch from Gears of War to Ori to SimCity, whatever the fuck you're playing, or City Skylines rather, and you could just switch between them if you want. I'm sure at a certain point it'll start to bog down your system, I'm sure. But like that is such a cool feature that I can be like, I'm playing Persona 5, but the boys are like, hey, we're going to jump into Call of Duty real quick. Oh, cool. I'll just put this into quick access. I'll jump into Call of Duty, play some Call of Duty matches, and then just jump right back into Persona 5.
Yeah.
That's a PlayStation game, but you get my point.
I get what your point. I get your point where you just, you have a couple of games that you and the boys are just playing recently. Like, oh, I got to beat this game when I'm all alone. But if somebody gets online who will play with me in this multiplayer game, I'm going to jump right over there. It's just like, okay, now we're playing the same game even faster than, hold on, I have to load up the boot screen and I have to, put the stuff in. And
for me personally, like booting up the game to play with the boys is never really an issue. It's going back to that game that I got off of to play with the boys. You know what I mean? I'm always like, I want to sit through like the load screen and the boot up menu.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, let me just pause this, jump into that with you, and then just go right back to my game that I was playing before you guys hopped on or whatever. Or however you use it. It's just such a neat feature.
It really is. It really is.
I wonder if PlayStation will have something like this. But that's the thing. It's like it's really neat that PlayStation did that hardware teardown. Really cool, really solid. But like it's all stuff we kind of knew already. Besides the storage, I want to see the UI. I want to see the features. Because like that's a feature that I'm talking about. Like that's a really cool feature. That's like, does PlayStation have anything like that, or is PlayStation just gonna be the same old, same old?
Yeah, is it gonna have the same fucking store? Is it gonna have like a remapped like load screen? Is it gonna or a home screen? Is it gonna have themes? Is it gonna have music? Is it like what is my experience when I'm not gaming and I just need a hub for all of my stuff? You know?
Yeah, I just
what
feel
can
like
it do for me?
I feel like PlayStation's marketing is very muddled right now, and they're not being very clear. And I feel like their whole reasoning behind that is because, like, oh, we already sold the consoles that we have. No worries. It's
It could
fine.
be.
People
Could
will
be.
do it for us. Which is totally lame because in the long run, I think it'll come back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially if they have nothing. If they don't have any of the like any of the things that Xbox is offering, any of the features or cool shit that Xbox is just kind of secondhandly just like, yeah, we can do that too. Oh, we got that. Oh, we got that. And then PlayStation's like, oh, we don't have any of that, but our system's cool. People are gonna be like, well, I want that other stuff though. I'm gonna jump over to this one. You know, it could.
Yeah.
For now, they're selling well and they're selling out, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, in the long run, it could bite them in the ass.
In the same token, so are Xboxes. So
Are they really?
yeah, people can't get their
Xbox is
hands.
sold out.
People can't get their hands on any of this shit. The
Dude,
Xboxes, the PlayStations, they can't get their hands on the graphics cards.
That's true.
3080s, 3070s are dropping soon. People just can't get their hands on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Gaming is the mainstream now. Like it's finally happened. Like this is the medium now. It used to be movies. It's games now. Like it is.
Well, because you can't make movies anymore. Not
this year. This year is a defining year for video games. It really is.
It sure is. It sure is. I'm sure video game industry is doing really well, or
unless you're GameStop.
Well, yeah, they're just bad though. Don't buy from GameStop unless something's like $5 or you have a fucking thing. GameStop is horrible.
Don't buy from Amazon either, even though like their service is fine. Just like fuck them.
Just as it's a principle. Yeah, just don't buy from Amazon just because. Fuck them.
Jeff Bezos.
We'll get into that some other time.
You know what? Buy from GameStop because my boy Reggie Fils-Aimé.
That's true. That's true. He needs your support. I mean, I don't know why he left Nintendo to be with GameStop, but bad move.
GameStop offered him all the money they had left.
All the money they had left. They're like, we will take out a loan to get you over here. And he's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of zeros.
Yeah, that's a lot of zeros.
Add one more zero and my body is Reggie.
Rockstar buys Crackdown 2 developer Ruffian Games, rebrands them to Rockstar Dundee. This news came out today. Apparently on October 6th, they picked up Ruffian Studios, or Ruffian Games, which worked on Crackdown 2 and the Halo Master Chief Collection. But also, and this is the good shit, some games for the Kinect. That's their whole repertoire, is a few games for the Kinect, including that Star Wars one, the dancing Star Wars one, and the Master Chief Collection, and Crackdown 2. Rockstar has bought them and included them into their own shit.
That's weird. It's like an intrinsically Xbox studio. They worked on Crackdown, Halo, and the Kinect. Like that's an Xbox studio.
Yeah.
Were they an Xbox studio?
No.
They just happened to work with Xbox.
They happened to, they like Xbox, I guess. Yeah, that is strange. I didn't even think about it. They're also making another game that's supposed to be coming out soon, I believe. It is
Because
called
I'm going to be honest.
Rad TV. Smash your friends in 25 mini games to become Rad TV champion. Yeah, it's a hot seat multiplayer Oculus Rift VR game. Launches August 2nd, 2019. Oh, that's already out.
See, this is the
Okay.
thing. Like, I don't know much about these guys at all. The thing that's interesting to me is both that these guys seem like an intrinsically Xbox team, and the fact that Rockstar is buying teams. I didn't know Rockstar was in the market to buy some teams. Last thing I heard was that Sony was in talks, like, to just fucking buy Rockstar at one point.
Really?
Which didn't happen, obviously. But like now, this makes me question Rockstar buying this company that has worked with Microsoft. I don't know what that means for the relationship of maybe I'm looking too into it, like because maybe that means that there's some sort of relationship with Xbox and Rockstar.
Well, what I'm seeing,
I don't know. Maybe I think I'm looking too into it.
what I'm seeing is, I guess their last like claim to fame, this company, was the Master Chief Collection, right? Because Crackdown 2 was years ago.
Right.
Halo Master Chief Collection, and that's a remake
Right.
of a game. That's just an upscale version of a game. My thought process is, why are they
Impressive,
purchasing?
nonetheless.
Right, and it got really good, ratings, and everybody likes it. My thought process is Rockstar going to remake older Grand Theft Auto games?
That's a good point, dude.
Like,
I'd love to see a remake of San Andreas.
Yeah, like GTA, San Andreas, or like the collection or something like that. GTA the collection.
Yeah, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Yeah,
and then they just they have the side by side comparisons that you can do in like the Master Chief collection. Go back to the old graphics, go back to the new graphics.
Because that is the thing with going back to San Andreas is like the story is still hilarious and still really good. The world is really awesome, and like the missions and objectives are really cool.
The characters are really good.
The game just plays like ass.
Oh, it looks pretty bad too. Everybody's got those like
I can even get over that.
Stuff.
The game just plays like ass. Driving doesn't feel good. Every time you lose a mission, you have to go back like to the start.
Oof.
Like it's so bad.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. But like if they fix these things and make it look better, obviously, let's have them fingers be able to move.
Yeah.
That's a good point, dude. That is a good point. Especially like now that Rockstar seems to be doubling down on let's just double down on Grand Theft Auto Online. But they're like, how do we get the fix of just that Grand Theft Auto single player? Yeah. Well, how about we just remake the old ones?
We remake the good ones that that we made in the past. Yeah, because I know people liked Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. I wasn't a huge fan, but I know a lot of people liked it, so maybe they're going down that route too. Yeah, like a remaster Grand Theft Auto 4. But
or maybe these guys just take over Grand Theft Auto 5 online. As
they don't have any experience for that though, other than the Master Chief collection, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe these guys start developing the next Grand Theft Auto single player. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
We haven't seen shit from Rockstar in a while. We had
Red Dead.
Red Dead 2, and they don't support it anymore,
They do.
Well, I mean, it's so lacking. Like compared to Grand Theft Auto 5, it's just so bare bones, and not a lot of updates to it.
I could have told you that was gonna happen because, like, how much can you really do with a fucking Western online? Granted, they could have done more, but like Grand Theft Auto is just like you could do anything. You could go to space. You could do anything with Grand Theft Auto. Like,
yeah, you can literally blow up the map with a nuke.
Yeah,
if you spend money. I think that's the thing. Yeah. So yeah,
that's a good point.
It'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. Obviously, it could just be, hey, these guys are good and we want them on the team. So
we could just be gobbling them up and putting them in our team. Yeah, that's true.
So it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but it's kind of interesting to think about. And then Well, we'll move on to the last one. This is a little lengthy. The lawsuit from Apple against Epic was judged upon, was dealt with, and apparently the judge permanently restrains Apple from blocking the Unreal Engine, but won't force Fortnite. This story comes from Nick Stratt and Jay Peters at The Verge, saying Fortnite won't be coming back to the App Store anytime soon. On Friday, Judge, I don't know how you use that,
Yvonne?
Wow, that's a very strange.
Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers.
Rogers refused to grant Epic Games a preliminary injunction against Apple that would force the game developer to reinstate Fortnite on the App Store, while simultaneously granting an injunction that keeps Apple from retaliating against the Unreal Engine, which Epic also owns. Quote, Epic Games is grateful that Apple will continue to be barred from retaliating against Unreal Engine and our game development customers as the litigation continues. An Epic spokesperson said in a statement, we will continue to develop for iOS and Mac under the court's protection, and we will pursue all avenues to end Apple's anti-competitive behavior. Our customers depend on the App Store being safe and trusted place where all developers follow the same set of rules, an Apple spokesperson said in a statement. We're grateful the court recognized that Epic's actions were not in the best interests of its own customers and that any problems they may have encountered were of their own making when they breached their agreement. For 12 years, the App Store has been an economic miracle, creating transformative business opportunities for developers large and small. We look forward to sharing this legacy of innovation and dynamicism with the court next year. Yeah, that's a lot of horse shit.
So basically what happened is like the court said like, okay, if you want to ban Fortnite, that's cool, but you cannot, as a retaliation to Epic, ban all Unreal Engine games. Right. So that's good. That is good. But also, fuck you, Apple.
Yeah.
Their problem basically, I don't know if you've played Fortnite on the phone.
No.
If you play Fortnite on the phone, basically the only way it works is like you download a launcher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's how like it opens. And I think that's what Apple has an issue with is like they don't want.
Isn't Roblox the same way?
Probably.
I think Roblox is like its own sort of like ecosystem where you download a thing and then you can download things from that thing. You know?
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think Apple wants that on their store. That's why they had an issue with Xbox on there. But also, fuck off, pal.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know why anyone continues to use iOS. It's insanity to me. Yeah. It's so limiting. It prevents you from doing anything. It's so restricted. Everything's proprietary. There's nothing good about it other than like it connects to your Apple really easily. But guess what? My phone can connect to my computer really easily too. I use a Galaxy. And like fuck your Dropbox shit or your AirDrop shit. Just use Dropbox, dog.
Yeah.
Like
seriously,
it doesn't matter. Like it's not that special.
It's not, and it's really stupid to think like all of my electronics are Apple based, and it's like great. You've spent way too much money on all of that shit, and you can't change it. And if you do, it won't work with the other stuff because now all that stuff is outdated and it won't connect. Whereas like I can hook up my Google phone to my Samsung TV to my Dell computer to my, it doesn't matter, it all connects. My Sony headset, my Sony soundbar, it all works together. Whereas if I had an Apple based product in there, it'd be like, we can't connect. You have to buy an Apple PC or an Apple TV or something. You have to have the little stick that says Apple TV on it. You have to it's like, dude, just take my phone and throw it to the screen. It doesn't matter, I don't need their little proprietary bullshit. But
I love the App Store has been an economic miracle, creating transformative business opportunities for developers large and small. It's
You know,
like, yeah, but like, no, fuck you.
that was true back in like 2008, 2009, when, you little indie developers would be like, "Oh, I made it's not Flappy Bird, but the one, the bird jump game where I forget what it's called. But you're like, I made
Angry
Flappy
Birds.
Bird. Not Oh yeah, Angry Birds. Yeah, I made a game where you throw birds at a block. I was like, cool, we'll put that up there. Sure, why not? And then it blows up and it's this huge thing. But now it's like, you can only put games up that we say is okay, or like you can't have this certain thing in the game because you're on our platform. And it's like, that makes sense, but also fuck you. It's just one of those things. Like,
I think personally, I think Epic should like count their lumps and just fucking move on, because like, and just be like, this is not coming to iOS and it's on Apple. This
yeah,
doesn't make Epic look bad at all.
yeah,
It
not
makes
at all.
Apple look bad.
Yeah, if
Same
if
with
you're
Xbox. Like, if they don't want Game Pass to be on Xbox, they should just be like, okay, whatever, fuck
all
you.
right, yeah,
Like, that looks
all right.
bad on
Well,
you. Like,
we'll go over to Samsung or Google
like
or something. Like,
everyone plays
we're
games
fine.
now, and everyone uses Game Pass. And if you don't have it on your thing, people are just gonna not use your phone anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
I think
agree. Like,
Apple's gonna realize that really fucking quick, because I think more and more people every day are just like, fuck Apple, dude.
you
The only people who
you say
still
that.
The
You
only
say that,
people
but
who
there
still
are.
use Apple are like creatives, I guess, because Apple makes certain products work really well, like Lightroom and all the Adobe suites and stuff. But like, even people who use that shit are like, fuck Apple,
Yeah, but there are those people who think Apple is just hot shit and the cat's pajamas and the bee's knees and
Of
the
course, of
the
course.
other thing, and they will stick by Apple until it's in the ground and beaten with a stick. Like, there are so many people out there who will just suck the butt of Apple. They just suck it all up, all the shit that Apple puts out. They just suck it, and they love it. And then, just this year, they put widgets in their phone. Android has had widgets in their phone since release. Like, Apple is so old, and it's not doing anything innovative anymore. It's great. You got a cool camera. You got creativity
Yeah,
things.
but the Pixel has a nice camera.
It does. You know what I figured out? This is a tangent. Danielle has an iPhone, and it's got a layer of glass for the lens, and then another layer of glass to protect the lens. So when you point it kind of towards like a light source or the sun, you get like this reflection throughout your image, and it'll just chop your image in half or double your image. If you're like looking at, say, like a neon sign, it'll double your image, so the neon sign will be like shifted a little bit. It's very strange and very horrible. But that's a whole other thing. But Apple just sucks, and they should not exist.
Well,
I
and
don't
that's
know
the
how
thing,
they
is
keep
like,
growing.
the thing that like Apple like really was big on early on, with the iPhone being huge, is like one of the first smartphones, really. And the App Store was like such a huge thing. And the camera being good was like always a huge thing with Apple. And being able to have a nice touch screen. These are all things that were like really great at the time, but it's like now every phone has that and does it better. It's
Yeah.
the same with the computers, like Apple computers. It's
Yeah.
like they were really intuitive back in the day, like very intuitive, very smart, very consumer friendly. But now it's like every computer does that. Windows is super simple now. Like everything runs really simply now on PC.
Yeah.
Like
There's
it just
you're
makes
giving
Microsoft obsolete almost, and it costs double the money. You have
Yeah.
so many more options with the PC. The only thing that I would say that Apple is like actually killing it in are like tablets.
Yeah. But even the tablets, I hear they die immediately. Like my parents had a tablet for 2 years and then it died. I was
I'm
like,
sure the
okay,
screens
cool.
are really nice and they're really intuitive and they're not that
Yeah, I
expensive.
mean,
So.
if you've got like a drawing program that you fucking write on, there's also Microsoft tablets. There's also like
Yeah,
other
the
tablets
Surface.
that are good.
Mm-hmm.
They may not be as good because they don't have the whatever the Apple color thing is, their whole claim to fame of their screens that have like perfect color or whatnot. But it's not worth like double the price, a third of the price just for that. Like, it's so bullshit
Yep,
what they're doing. But that'll be it.
I agree.
That'll be it. That'll be the last thing. Um, what are we looking? What are we looking forward to next week? We are looking forward to, me and your boy are going to be playing Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition when it comes out Thursday, October 15th.
Oh,
You better.
this works out. This works out perfectly.
What do you mean?
Well, Thursday, October 15th is Age of Empires 3,
Right.
which we'll be streaming that shit.
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer is the next day, and
The next day.
we'll be streaming that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima. We'll be fucking playing that shit. Jake will be streaming it. I'll be on the stream. And it'll be a fucking good time.
Yeah.
So come join us on that.
How do you feel about the whole, because we haven't really talked about it, how do you feel about the whole Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It could be shitty. It could be really bad, and we'll like get into it and be like, wow, this is not what I was expecting. But honestly, I don't know what I'm expecting. I'm just gonna go in raw or dry and just, take the pain or the pleasure. Yeah, just like,
Oh,
ow, I got a cut on my finger.
you don't want to cut. You don't want to cut anything. Yeah, Age of Empires 3, though, that's going to be, more Age of Empires 3, which is always a good time. That is for sure the dates, though. I for some reason, I thought Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer was coming out Thursday. But
it says October 16th, but that could be for, like, Japan. I don't know why they would do that, because it's a...
No, I believe you. That's probably what it is.
Because, like, the updates for Monster Hunter, it always says the Friday, but in reality, for us, it comes out like 5 p.m. on Thursday. So it could be at night on Thursday, but it could also be, 10 a.m. Friday. So
yeah. Well, that's already the plan. Age of Empires 3 Thursday.
On Thursday.
Ghost of Tsushima Friday. Go to the stream. Watch that shit.
Yeah. For sure.
Twitch.tv/lonercast.
That's where you find it streaming, and we've been doing it quite a bit. Jake's been doing it quite a ton, and I'm always there most of the time. Most of the time there.
Been doing 8 hours every week at least. So
yeah, get our numbers up so that we can fucking
be affiliated.
Be what is it called? Official. Get our little check mark next to the
affiliate, and then the partnership.
Yeah,
all that good shit.
Follow us on Twitter. Jake is at emergencypizza_. I am at fatal_microwave. There's also a few other shows on the Lonercast. We have the Jake and Corey podcast for one. Jake's got a secret project in the works, and he's doing it with a very special guest, and that should be coming out sometime this month.
We'll see.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
No, it will come out this. It will come out this month, but I don't know the date yet. That's all.
Okay, it'll come out this month. We're not sure about the date, but
I'm new to editing, so let's just say that.
Okay.
I'm new to editing. I'm figuring it out.
Next month, I plan on doing some unboxing videos, so those will be up on the channel.
Next month. Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
The PlayStation releases in exactly 1 month from today of recording, the 12th. So that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, I've got some other video plans in the works as well that I plan on releasing either next month or the month after. Just some fun things. So just keep,
we're gonna just try to put a lot of content that is just a bunch of random shit and see what sticks, because why not?
Yeah, for sure.
And if it sticks, we'll keep it around. If it doesn't,
we might
still keep it around. Yeah, honestly, we keep the show around. So, all right, but that is all for our show today. It's been real fun. See you later.
Hey, what's up, boyos? We forgot to record a question. So the question this week is, why? Why? Just why?